Welcome back to Ashili Sports. If you're new, subscribe and be part of this amazing community. And this is player rating, Chelsea player rating against Everton on Sunday Premier League fixtures. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to say about that. But after Everton fans set up fireworks on Chelsea team hotel in front of outside Chelsea team hotel on Saturday night. I thought this game could have been a motivation for Chelsea to go in and perform massively, but no. Chelsea players failed to give us that absolutely performance, and at the end, after all these situations, Everton still go ahead to win that game and win it massively and claim that 3 points. Today we are going to be looking at Scrappy Chelsea or Scrappy performance by Chelsea or the Blues, and also we'll be talking about, guess what? Frank Lampard on avoiding relegation, and also we'll be rating players generally, and these topics will be coming in as well, and also Azpilicueta surrounding the possession or the ball to Richarlison to get that spectacular goal for Everton, and they were buzzing in the stadium. And we look at what really went wrong today, what is wrong with Chelsea today, and what is wrong with Chelsea recently. Last season, the same thing in the ending of the season. It wasn't actually good for Chelsea. We were very lucky Tottenham were able to win against Leicester in the final games, and Chelsea were able to qualify to the Champions League or place fourth in the league table. And this time round, and then getting to the ending of the league table again, we are experiencing same performance here. We are experiencing same performance here as last season. What is really the reason? Guys, if you want to know, just stay tuned, be part of this amazing community. And if you just join us, remember to subscribe and be part of great opportunity. And your opinions are highly welcome. Remember, guys, because this is a game, and this is what we always do after Chelsea games. Yes, we rate the players. Some of them can still improve more, others cannot still do much. And hey, yesterday was very disappointment and poor performance from Chelsea. And we all know everything Thomas Tuchel did right, but what actually what actually went wrong in the game was Chelsea inability to cope with pressure. Like, that is when another team is playing physical against Chelsea, we find it very difficult to cope in the game. We find it very difficult to cope in the game. And hey, a lot of things went wrong into this game, and we are going to be talking about them as we rate Chelsea players getting into this game. Let me know your opinions and suggestions going into this game, because it is what it is, and it is absolutely what it is. And this, we need to get in there and make it happen. And let's get in and start rating Chelsea players. And here we come, here we go. And hey, it is just what we didn't expected this to happen, but hey, it has happened. Massive 3 points loss in Goodison Park yesterday, and it is what it is. Let's get on and rate these players. If you get it, that is it. If you don't get it, try to get it, because Chelsea really lose that massive 3 points, and we need to just go in and rate the players as well. Come on, guys. We have three massive goalkeepers who have been doing perfectly well for Chelsea, but in recent days, our best number one goalkeeper has been conceding a lot of goals these days. And hey, it is so, even though against Everton he conceded one goal, and he conceded absolutely one goal, and you can't blame him in that situation. Yes, you cannot blame Edward Mendy. All blames goes to the defense. The Capitano himself just made a massive mistake, and Edward Mendy need to suffer a clean sheet, need to give away clean sheet because of that mistake. And hey, he couldn't get that clean sheet for Chelsea. And let's see who is who in this game. Let's see how things are going to work. And we are going to start with Edward Mendy as our goalkeeper right now. Another one coming in from Chelsea till Satan Repent said, Ashili, don't waste your time to rate any player. I'm saying this because Chelsea wanted Lampard to avoid relegation. Is it really? Are you serious about this one? I'm not sure because hey, Chelsea needed that point. They needed that massive points, but Everton really did very, very, very well in the game as well. Everton playing like they were just physical in the game, and you know Chelsea when it comes to physical, we don't have any player to contain physicality except Ruben Loftus-Cheek and also Tony Rudiger. Aside from these two, we don't have physical. Maybe Conte is sometimes in there, but when it's too aggressive, probably most of the players cannot go in there and make it happen. And that is what really went wrong. And hey, the coach did everything right. The coach did everything perfectly. And you could remember the goalkeeper of Everton, Pickford. Pickford really, I understand why the England, he's number one of England goalkeeper. I understand because yesterday the kind of saves he made yesterday was absolutely buzzing. If Chelsea wanted Lampard to qualify to the next stage or to qualify or to be out of the relegation zone or maintain Everton in the champions, then they could have drawn the game against them because Everton still have outstanding game to play. Whilst others have 4 games to finish up the season, they already have 5 games to play, and they could maybe win 3 of it, and they could qualify to the next stage. They will be out of relegation zone, and they will avoid the relegation zone. But here is the case. Chelsea failed to perform, and Chelsea failed to perform massively yesterday. And the game was physical, and that was the main reason why they couldn't. And as Frank Lampard said in his press conference, he knew that Mount is instrumental in Chelsea play. Mount is instrumental in Chelsea play, and they were able to cut off certain things and crosses and all that because they know Chelsea cannot score from middle. Chelsea cannot threaten their yard from the middle. He said he threw men into the back, and hey, Chelsea crosses couldn't get into them, and they were cutting them off. Guess who is here? Philmon, Your Highness, we need someone who can take on a man. These guys always passing back when they see someone. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm really talking about. Chelsea are not ready to do anything this season. And guys, I'm still afraid. Excuse me to say it right now and to say it right now. For me, I don't have any hope of the FA Cup again because this kind of performance is not what can give us that FA Cup. 2 finals this season, League Cup and now FA Cup, we can't get any of them. What is really going on? Because last season the same thing happened. The same thing. We couldn't keep it, and we could not just keep our momentum till the season finished. And today, this time around, the same thing. What is really going on? Physicality, we are not there. Creativity, Chelsea is not there. They are not there creativity wise because you make the chances, you get the little chances you create, you can't even score. Clinically, absolutely zero. Clinical finish is absolutely zero. So these are 3 things worrying the club, and we need to straighten things up. And you can't blame Thomas Tuchel in any case. The best players out there, that was what he always used over there, and you can't blame his tactics. It's only Arsenal game, Brentford game, and which one? That is where we can blame Thomas Tuchel. But this one and Manchester United game, you cannot blame him. Players need to take responsibility these days, and they need to take it massively. And Edward Mendy yesterday, I think he could probably do very, very, very better one-on-one than just allowing goals to be going in. Because sometimes goalkeepers one-on-one, they seem to be doing better than any other player. But hey, Richarlison is a experienced footballer. He is a Brazilian, and we see him doing it a couple of times. He's subsequently called by Brazilian team because he is very, very, very good up front. And now Philmon said, and I was told we have versatile players. Versatile players where? Where is the versatile players? Versatile players who can, even if we had players who are not versatile, we know that they are best in their position and they cannot keep anything away from their post, then that would have been better than having versatile players who can play several positions, yet they are bottling it in at this stage of the competition. And now you could see it clearly. How many points were we having against Arsenal, against the top 4? Now it's just left with 3 points, and any game that Chelsea loses here is going to be detrimental to our top three in the Premier League table. And that is what we are saying. And our next match is going to be Wolves at home. Wolves at home is going to be our next match. Can we get in there and make it happen, guys? Let me know in the comment section. And what do you think we should rate Edward Mendy? What do you think we should rate Edward Mendy? Because yesterday wasn't the way we were expecting from Edward Mendy. Yes, Frank Lampard, yes, few eyebrows raised when he took like Chelsea legend and he's facing Chelsea and he is in relegation zone as he took over from Rafael Benitez, who was sacked maybe moments ago. Yes, we understand he is a former player and a former coach of Chelsea, and he knew most of the players. What he said, particularly Mount, he knew Mount, and hey, they were trying to get all spaces being cut, crossing in and all that, because they know that is where our threat areas are. And he threw men into the box, and because of the men in the box, Chelsea couldn't do anything for themselves. That is what we are talking about, and that is what we are talking about here. And Edward Mendy, as I said, he didn't. You can't blame him for the goal that much, but on one-on-one, probably he needs to do better than just allowing goals to go in. And I don't know what to rate him. And guys, let me know your opinions in rating this guy today. Now, Philmon, your highness said average. He did what he could. Yes, he did what he could, average. So I am going to give him 6 out of 10. Yes, I'm being fair. He did what he could. You can't blame him for the goal they conceded. And he probably did some massive saves for Chelsea as well yesterday. And hey, it is what it is. If you think otherwise, if you think the 6 out of 10 is low, or the 6 out of 10 is too high, let me know in the comment section and give me your own ratings, because your opinions and suggestions are highly welcome. And if you just join us, remember to be part of this amazing community where your opinions and suggestions are welcome, because we listen to all individuals, we listen to everyone, because we are in democratic world. And guys, it is what it is. And hey, Edward Mendy, 6 out of 10. Let me know your opinions in this game, and let me know your opinions in this rating, because it is what it is, and it is absolutely what it is. Who are we gonna go next, guys? Let me know in the comment section. And hey, I am buzzing at this moment, because we are going to who? To the man himself, the Capitano of Chelsea, who committed yesterday, and Chelsea were able to get in there and make that. He made that massive mistake, and Chelsea was able to just, I don't know, guys. But Azpilicueta, as a captain, we expected more from him. I don't know what exactly Azpilicueta was thinking. I don't know what exactly that got into him that he made. He usually is not like that. Probably we can't blame him that much. What he stands for and what he has done yesterday probably is total different. And we need, there's no excuse for that kind of mistake. Yes, you could see he was just jumping, and you saw the reaction in his face. It wasn't a happy, or he wasn't happy to do that. And probably, I just think yesterday wasn't just enough for him, and he thought no one was coming. He allowed the ball to pass, and he allowed the ball to get in over there. And let's see how is he's going to be rated. And guys, let me know your opinions and suggestions. Philemon said, did he extend his contract? No, he hasn't extended his contract yet, and every player is still waiting for the taking over. When they are still waiting for, because you need to listen to the those coming, their ideology for the club, what they want for the club. Are they in for profit, or they are into, and what is the extension going to be for him as well? So most of the times, all of them haven't really extended their every contracts, and every transactions in the club is still hanging on. And that is probably one of the reasons why Rudiger is going to Real Madrid. And hey, there's no way we could stop Rudiger again. He is on his way to Real Madrid, and Real Madrid have prepared contract down for, according to Fabrizio Romano, Yes, Real Madrid have prepared contract for Rudiger to sign, and let's see how this is gonna be. They are still respecting Chelsea because the season hasn't finished for sure, and his contract will finish by the end of the season. And I'm very when we get to Rudiger, probably we could talk about it as well. But as at this moment, Azpilicueta, captain of the side, had a decent first half, but the worst possible start to the second period. Azpilicueta was dispossessed to Richarlison, and Richarlison is just an outstanding player, and there's no way this Brazilian could just stop this chance from scoring. There's no way he couldn't slaughter the goal in. There's no way he couldn't just pass Mendy by that goal. And because of that reason, what do you think we should rate Azpilicueta? And I am giving Azpilicueta what? Guys, let me know in the comment section. Fillmore, Your Highness, said he committed a mistake, but it's so rare coming from Aspi, but at least he gets in position, unlike our attackers. Absolutely, that is the experience wise. And I said it again, Fillmore, you are always on point. You are always making it a point, and it is absolutely right. He is experienced, and the experience is giving him that momentum to stay back and to fight more and be able to, because I saw that he was just getting in to just try and get that goal back, and you could see the momentum moving forward, trying to cover balls and all that. But hey, I'm giving him 5 out of 10 in this game because of that little mistake, and because of that mistake, because Chelsea, it cost Chelsea massive 3 points, and we couldn't get even a single point out in Goodison Park. So what do you think about that, guys? What do you think about this rating? And Azpilicueta, I'm giving him 5 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comments section. Probably I could even give him 5 is fair. 5 is fair for me. And hey, let's get to who? The man himself, the defender general, the controller of defense. Who is this guy? Absolutely amazing and absolutely fantastic guy, and everyone is talking about this guy. You can't talk about Premier League defenders without talking about this guy. And he's a winner. He is just a winner. Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva is someone who really proved everyone wrong. Everyone thought he was just coming to stay one season and then retire his football game. But hey, Thiago Silva is different beast of a defender itself. The calmness, the controlling, the communication, controlling the midfield, calling back midfielders, calling people to stand for position. Wow. Timon said, I agree. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for agreeing. And hey, we are being fair here. No mercy for anyone. No mercy for anyone to get in here and make it happen. Absolutely. So it is what it is, and it is absolutely what it is. But Thiago Silva, on the other hand, yesterday was the one who gave the pass to Azpilicueta. Maybe probably the ball didn't really direct very well, but Azpilicueta was the maximum mistake because he could control the ball in first one, but he was waiting for another player to position himself before he could give pass, because he couldn't turn and give to back to Thiago Silva or back to Edward Mendy. But it was a massive mistake from Azpilicueta. And hey, this guy yesterday was just another class, and we saw how he was trying every possible means. Brilliant performance, typically brilliant performance from Thiago Silva. There was a moment like just before stoppage time in the first half where he can just, wow, I can't believe it. He was just charged. He became charged, and he was just blocking it. And oh God, I don't just this guy is just absolutely amazing of a striker, of a defender, and he is really there. And whatever it is, he is absolutely best defender I can ever see for sure, and I've ever seen for sure. And he is actually buzzing. And guys, Thiago Silva, I am giving him 7 out of 10. What do you think about that? If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section, because he is just a midfielder, a defender of a class, and you cannot just stop him from doing what he does best. And he is just an absolutely defender who can do anything. And as I said, I'm giving him 7 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section and let me know what you really think about it. Now, Philemon, Your Highness said he has more touches than the midfielders. That's how bad we were. Absolutely. Absolutely. He really, really, and one thing I yesterday, Conte absence, Kovacic absence in the midfield, I was probably saying that this game we could bottle it in the beginning. And when you look at my watch along in this game throughout, you see that the energy wasn't there. The energy was not there at all, because at the end of the day, Chelsea still lose the game, and I just probably couldn't do anything. And that is how it is for us. Sometimes when you lose games, you don't expect to lose. I was thinking, like, how about Everton fans throughout the season? How have they been coping? But hey, I guess through pass. I usually don't pain me when Chelsea lose. Like, but yesterday one was absolutely something that I can't describe. But Thiago Silva, as I said, 7 out of 10, guys. What do you think about it as well? And what you think about it? Because he is absolutely cracker of a gamer. And guys, we are still in defense, and now we are going to the last back three guy, and no other person. You all know him, the no nonsense guy and the no nonsense player that I always cherish most in defense. But hey, unfortunately, this guy is leaving Chelsea. He is leaving Chelsea this summer. Wow. If I could have the money to give this guy to stop going to Real Madrid and just stay in Chelsea, I could have do that for him, because under Thomas Tuchel, we really see the kind of defender he is. Under Thomas Tuchel, we really see his value in Chelsea. Under Thomas Tuchel, we really see the fighting spirit from this guy. And yesterday, even though he had much to do, or he didn't have much in this game, but his presence alone in the defensive area is something that we can always call for. And I'm not happy Rudiger is leaving Chelsea, but the situation is making him to leave, because he demands salary. They are not giving him. Players are there who are not performing like him, but yet they are getting that kind of salary. Sometimes he looks at his age. Probably in the next 2 seasons or 3 seasons, Chelsea will be giving him a yearly contract. Yes, a yearly contract, and hey, his salary too is no more that, so he needs to find somewhere, make that money, or also agree with them and be able to get where he wants to get. And I understand him. They are players, and Chelsea is a football club, but wherever be the case, Thomas Tuchel said they could get the replacement of this guy. They could get a replacement, even though it's not going to be Tony Rudiger, but is still going to be something that Chelsea will be looking forward to. And if I were him, or if I were the club, we could have given him what he wants and he could stay, because Rudiger, he has expanded. He has I can't even know. I don't even know which word to use. Under Thomas Tuchel, we see how he could probably be able to do. And another one coming in from Philemon, Your Highness, said Rudiger did not play how he usually plays, but since he is leaving, is expected. Yes, absolutely. That's what I was just coming to say. He didn't yesterday, even though he underperformed yesterday, but whenever Rudiger is called for the defense, he is always given 100%. But yesterday, I didn't know exactly what happened to Rudiger. But hey, kudos, you can't blame him for doing any mistake as well yesterday. And he was able, yes, yes, he like sort of his game was some kind of change. Yes, we saw that yesterday, and he picked yellow card as well. And one thing I didn't specifically talk about yesterday game as also the way that most of the players, Everton players, were just trying to annoy Chelsea players so that they could not perform like the way they usually perform. And you could see most of them were into the players, just the tackles, and the referee couldn't also manage the game like the way I expected him to manage. Because games of this nature, you need to warn players, you need to give players, but not to just produce card. when you produce card, they will stop this kind of by hard tackles and all that. But the referee also failed to manage most of the fouls in the game. And as it, Rudiger, I'm giving him 6 out of 10. What do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comment section, because he really didn't do what were expected yesterday, but I think he could do more for Chelsea as well. And hey, weekends we are hosting Wolves in Stamford Bridge, and I'm so not happy about it, because Chelsea home this season, I don't know what is really going on, but at our last home game against West Ham, we're able to snitch one goal in and we're able to get that massive 3 points. Fillmore, Your Highness, said, I will not be mad Rudiger leaving, but when Kai is having over 300k wages, it's criminal to offer less than that to Rudiger. Absolutely. It's criminal to offer more less than that to Rudiger. Absolutely, I agree with that, and a lot of fans agree with Rudiger, and a lot of fans support him, and they chant about him. That probably was going to change his decision, but finally he just need to look at that one thing, and he will say, nah, I need to find somewhere, and you can't blame him for that, and you can't blame him. And yet, whenever Chelsea still call him, he will do his best for sure. And let's see how things are gonna run out. And yesterday game, as I said, I'm giving him 6 out of 10. And guys, what do you think about that? And what do you think about it as well? But hey, let's get in there and make it happen. Who do you think we are going next? We are going to the right wing back of Chelsea defense. Who is who? This guy is just an amazing guy, and absolutely a champion and a leader yet to be. But guys, yesterday was, he also didn't actually pull out what I was expecting yesterday. And let me know what you think about him, know what you really think about, because he is just an absolute of a different people. Some people are really thinking they should move him to the back three and get we all know Dijon Sterling to come back, and also to play the right wing back for Chelsea, and this guy Ampedu to come in this game. What do you expect about these two guys, Ampedu and John Sterling, returning to Chelsea as well? What do you think about it, guys? Because they are absolutely Chelsea product as well. And remember, we can still go in for what's the name, Livramento. We still have buyback clause on his contract as well. And hey, he is also buzzing and can also perform very well in that side. But whoever the cap fits, let him wear it. And these 3 guys, who do you think will probably get it in and make it a massive deal? But hey, Rhys James is just a spectacular player, and he is very determined. He asks for more, and he works for more, and he doesn't want to rest until he achieves whatever he wants to achieve. But yesterday wasn't just the one we were actually looking out for him. But even though we saw him couple of chances he probably missed, but hey, that wasn't enough for me, and I think we deserve more from him. Fillmore, Your Highness, said he played so well the recent match, but he was really poor this game. Lost possession too much, but without him, we might as well reduce 30% of our goals. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you are just nailing it as well. And it is what we are really talking about. And whoever the cap fit, let them wear it. And this guy deserves to wear the cap as well. He deserves to do it as well. And remember, Manchester United will be playing as well against Brentford this evening, and we could just be going in for that one as well. But right now, our focus is rating Chelsea players, because my heart is still bleeding. I'm still bleeding from the performance that Chelsea did yesterday and the loss as well. But hey, this guy, as I said, probably yesterday he didn't do much, and I could just be, maybe it seems like Everton did well to limit James to little of the ball, because Frank Lampard said it. Frank Lampard said it in his press conference. They limited crosses, they limited our wing backs from performing, but he rather praised Thomas Tuchel for that outstanding performance he has been performing in Chelsea. And teams like Chelsea, if you are facing them, is very difficult. He said he didn't expect he could get that win from Chelsea, but it came all along, because he was working on individual players, not to face Chelsea, but just to motivate them on what they could do in this game to prevent Chelsea from scoring, and they did exactly that. But Reece James, I give him 6 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section, because he yesterday wasn't actually the way we expected him to just go in there and make it happen. But hey, it's what it is, and it is absolutely what it is. What do you think about it? And now next, we are moving to one of the best players we have currently. If I said one of the best players, because his position at this moment, he is the one we have right. We can't afford to leave him. Marcus Alonso. Marcus Alonso. Marcus Alonso. This guy, he is currently the best left wing back we have right now, and he is actually, after the COVID or the injury he had and he came back, he has been absolutely phenomenal for Chelsea. And we saw him a couple of times. As we all aware, his offensive is better than his defensive, and he always tried to work on the defensive lately. But we saw him trying every possible means for Chelsea. And yesterday, I think Marcus Alonso didn't actually put out what I was expecting, didn't actually get what I was expecting from him yesterday. Alonso has been one of the Chelsea's man attacking outlet in recent games, but as they did with James, Everton restricted Marcus Alonso to precious little performance up front. And yesterday was also not really enough for him to get in there and make it happen. And guys, let me know what you really think about this guy. Let me know what you think about this game, because these two sides, this guy haven't been able to just spectacular performance, but yesterday he was limited as well. He was limited as well, and we could not do anything better but just to go in there and make it a massive point for ourselves. And I'm giving him 6 out of 10 also in this game. And guys, if you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section as well. Philmon, Your Highness, said his shooting is better than our attackers. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. But I would have been happy even if defenders go in and get the goals for us. Look at Arsenal yesterday. Offensively, their strikers couldn't do anything. Midfielders couldn't do anything, but the defenders give them that massive goals for them. And that is the winning mentality we are really talking about. And Chelsea is losing games that we expect we could just get in there and make it happen. But Marcus Alonso, as I said yesterday, did very well, but it wasn't enough as well. Philmon said, at least with Alonso, you know what you will get. Absolutely. With Alonso, you know what you will get. And absolutely, we know what we could get yesterday, and it is what it is, and it is absolutely what it is. And now we are moving to the midfield as well. We are moving to the midfield as well, and we are moving to a player. I think yesterday he was the best player for Chelsea yesterday throughout the game. And hey, whoever the cap fit, let them wear it. And if you think otherwise, it is absolutely what it is, because your opinions and suggestions are highly welcome. And let me know in the comment section what you think about these guys. Yesterday, he was solid, and he was just trying everything possible for Chelsea. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I always call him a fighter because of his story, and he has a lot of story to tell. Because after that injury, no one thought Ruben Loftus-Cheek will come back to his best. And yesterday was one of the best performances Ruben Loftus-Cheek could actually do. And maybe he's the reason why they are saying Chelsea, we have versatile players. Yes, maybe. And yesterday, I think he's the best player out there for Chelsea, no doubt. But if you think otherwise, maybe if you prove me wrong, I will agree to what you are saying, because in this channel, as a community, we agree to disagree. And absolutely brilliant and massive turnaround from this guy yesterday. And I'm just buzzing. And we are still going to get more from this guy. We are still going to get massively more from this guy, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And no wonder he's also Chelsea Academy boy. And not arguable Chelsea best player over the 90 minutes. Loftus-Cheek was spectacular. He was just spectacular good in the first half with a trademark runs forward, starting a couple of counter attacks for the Blues yesterday, and trying to cut some of the counter attacks of Everton yesterday. And yesterday, I think, guys, what do you know? What do you think about him? Because I think he is really he is developing to a midfielder and a player that we probably think when he was growing up, because he has the strength, he has the body. And yesterday, he was the only one who was standing tall to this kind of bully Everton was giving to Chelsea, because Everton really was bullying Chelsea. The physicality in the game prevented most of the players from performing, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek stood tall and was just spectacular yesterday. And I think he was the best player for Chelsea. And my brother and my good friend, Philmon Your Highness, said he can't play pivot. He often left the midfield on his own and was meant to do Jorginho, but he had good drives, but is pointless if you release the ball so late. Absolutely, I've been saying it. Ruben Loftus-Cheek needs to go in there and make it a massive point to look at his game back, because sometimes at a point where he needs to release the ball, he's not listening. He overhold the ball. He doesn't release ball in time. Sometimes there are opportunities, counters that he could probably work out, and I know he will work on that as well. That's why I call him winner. As soon as his attention is drawn to that, he could probably need to work on that as well. Not only yesterday games, his entire game since coming back to Chelsea has been the same story, and I think he could. By yesterday, undoubtedly, he was the best player out there for Chelsea yesterday, and I'm giving him 8 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section and let me know what you think about it as well. But hey, let's move to one of the tiki-taka man over there, the one-touch Jorginho. Yes, one touch, this guy, I don't know what about Jorginho, but one touch Jorginho, probably when his presence in Chelsea, yes, we get ball possession, and we quickly keep possession and we keep our pace in the game. But the problem is when he is just, he is just a defensive midfielder as well, and he tried to absorb pressure for Chelsea. But sometimes when he loses the ball, if he doesn't foul his opponent and his opponents just overpass him, he doesn't have the speed to cover up. And yesterday, I was expecting a lot from him as well, but the physicality of the game prevented him from shining yesterday. And you could see first half and second half, Chelsea didn't, particularly the first half, Chelsea didn't actually do anything much in the first half. Probably they waited until Everton had their first goal and they intend to just come in and make Everton delivered for themselves. But hey, it wasn't what we were expecting. And these guys really, Jorginho yesterday, I don't think he probably waited that much to be rated higher, because he was unable to get into the game. Really, despite Chelsea having plenty of possession in the first half, sub a halftime for Mateo Kovacic. Yes, he was substituted for Mateo Kovacic, and you could probably think of that because, yeah, I think he was the best player out there, believe it or he didn't do absolutely well yesterday, and I'm giving him 5 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section. Yes, Philmon Your Highness said we needed Jorginho in this game. You can tell we miss something when he is not there, especially in high pressure. Absolutely. High pressure. He is absolutely nailing it for Chelsea. But yesterday, I think the physicality prevented him from shining in the game yesterday. And I'm giving him 5 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section, because it is what it is and it is absolutely what it is. Massive turnaround from these two sides, and I think we could just be getting in and we could just be making it as well. And whoever the cap fit, let them wear it. And I think these guys were able to get in there and make their game known to Chelsea that they were not going to give up the game. They were not going to make it a massive point for themselves. And hey, we are really, guys, I don't know, but it is what it is, and it is absolutely what it is. And hey, we could not do anything much here because it is just amazing and great performance from these two sides. But Everton in the end was just the guys who were just nailing it and who were just doing everything necessary here. And I don't know how things are really gonna work out for Chelsea next game, because Wolves are also buzzing these days, and Bruno Lage is doing fantastic work over there as well. And hey, whoever the car fit, let them wear it and let us know who really is and who really is just getting in and be making a massive turnaround from these two sides. But hey, let's get to who. Mace. Mason Mount. Guys, I don't know yesterday what really I don't know whether the physicality actually kept him also, because I know this guy have energy when he's in the team. He brings some kind of energy into the team. But yesterday, I don't know what really happened to Chelsea players, guys. Yesterday, I don't really know what did happen to Chelsea players, because it was something that I was really looking out for, and this guy didn't actually pull out that magic of a performance for Chelsea yesterday. And as Frank Lampard said it, they knew that this guy is playing an instrumental role in Chelsea. Yes, when you keep Mount out of the square or out of the equation, Chelsea really find it very hard to also move forward and get goals. And yesterday, Lampard men didn't allow Mason Mount to get in here and make it a massive deal for themselves. And Mason Mount yesterday game wasn't actually what we were looking for. And hey, you can't blame him that much, because he was a man that pinpoint to be stopped in the game, and they did exactly that. And Mason Mount has been in fine form recently, but the Chelsea star was unable to get into the game at all and make it happen for Chelsea. He didn't actually make it happen for Chelsea yesterday. And both posts, wow, I don't know what really actually happened. And he hit both posts. He hit post yesterday in a really unfortunate fashion in the second half, but wasn't actually great performance from him as well. And guys, what rating should we give Mason Mount? Because Mason Mount didn't pull out what I was expecting, and I'm giving him 6 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section, and let me know what you think about it, and let me know exactly what is going on with these players, and whoever the car fit, let them wear it. And Mason Mount yesterday, I think, wasn't actually there to give us that massive turnaround game for us. And I'm still waiting to see how things are really gonna work out for him. But yesterday, he didn't give out his performance, and I think 6 is fair enough for him, and I think he can still do more. Fimo, Your Highness, said he was poor. We get from him one good game and bad game another, but we can't move on like that. Absolutely, we need consistency. Chelsea fans need consistency. If you perform today, tomorrow you don't give us that massive performance, we don't appreciate you that much. And yet we need consistency in this game, and consistency is the key to getting more success. And Chelsea feel that consistency, and Mason Mount yesterday just feel that consistency as well. And hey, who could we just be moving to? Who could we just be moving to? And no other person but, hey, this guy, I don't know what to talk about him. I don't know what to tell you about him. And honesty is a key to him, and he is simple called honesty. Yes, he always bottle it in, and he always come out to tell us that, oh, this is really what it should have been, but I didn't do it. But hey, maybe I'm working on. We all know that he's suffering to get his feedback, and he is working quite very hard. But it is not an excuse for games like this. Absolutely, we need him to come back to his best. Other than that, I don't think he will be able to be in Chelsea for future use as well. But his movement and his pace just paying off for Chelsea, and that is one of the reasons why Chelsea respects him and Thomas Tuchel still keep him because he is an instrumental player when it comes to Chelsea attack. But hey, yesterday was another shambolic performance from him. He didn't really get into the game as the way recently how he has been getting into the game. And Timo Werner, the German impact on the game was very little. Difficult to think of too many times that the ball. Absolutely. I didn't see that much and I didn't see that much. And I probably was looking for Lukaku to start this game as well because we're talking about Goodison Park. Goodison Park is something in and out. Lukaku no in and out of this stadium. We could have given him that opportunity. And since the game was going to be absolutely physical, it started when Everton fans just set fireworks in front of or around Chelsea team hotel on Saturday night, and I thought it was just going to be the motivator for Chelsea to go in and get that massive 3 point, but they did fail, and Lukaku couldn't get in, and Lukaku could not get that way for us as well. But hey, it is what it is, and it is absolutely what it is. And this German Timo Werner, I'm giving him 5 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section. If you think that is not really fair, let me know in the comment section because we try every possible means to be fair. No mercy and no mercy for any player. If you don't do it, you don't do it. And if you do it, we keep you higher and your rating goes higher as well. And Philmon, Your Highness, said, he has energy, but if you don't know what to do when you get the ball, it's useless. He can't take a man on. He can only outpace him. Absolutely. His dribbling is absolutely poor. His taking on chances is absolutely poor. But the pace he has is absolutely marginable. But yesterday, we didn't equally see that as well. So I'm giving him 5 out of 10. Let me know what you think about this rating. Let me know your opinions about it as well. And we are just getting into the strikers, and we are left with one player who started the game as well, and before we could get to the substitutes in this game, and no other person but the striker who really did some massive work in few games for Chelsea before he keep on starting for Chelsea right now, didn't actually go in and make it, and no other person but the king himself, King Kai Havertz. King Kai Havertz really just wow. He is one of the guys that I thought maybe probably yesterday I was trying to do preview of this game, but because of due to one or two things, I couldn't get it out because the video wasn't clear, and also my phone was having issues, so I didn't actually was able to download it from my phone as well. So I used the computer. It wasn't actually clear, so I decided not to bring it out. I made mention of this guy that I needed him to be benched in this game because the last game against Manchester United, we could see the performance he put out, but Tuchel failed this, and he failed to, and he kept him in, and he kept him in. Lukaku could have been the best option to start this game. I said it in that video, but I didn't bring it out for sure. Lukaku could have been the best option to start, but hey, Tuchel decided to keep Kai Havertz because of the movement, because of his pace, and because of the way he actually give out, and his movement actually good for Chelsea. But yet, a few nice touches in the first half, but like Timo Werner, he didn't actually do much for this game as well, and very, very little he could do for Chelsea as well. And I'm giving him 5 out of 10 as well. And guys, let me know your opinions because we just finished rating the first 11 of Chelsea players, and we are getting into the substitutes. To talk more about them. And if you just join in, remember to subscribe and be part of this amazing community. Your opinions and suggestions are highly, highly, highly welcome. And this is what we're looking for as well. And now, guys, it is absolutely amazing, and it is absolutely buzzing. And these guys, I am not just going to go low on them because yesterday is just poor and horrendous performance from these guys, and I don't know how they could be able to keep up against Wolves in Stamford Bridge. And as I said in that game, I'm really losing hope in Chelsea in the third position, because if they keep on giving us this woeful performance, we have a lot of things to settle in this football club as well. Another one coming in from Philmon Johannes said, honestly, for 80 million player, I need more. His finishing has been poor as well. I felt he was becoming what we thought, and he fell right through like last season. Absolutely. I don't know whether the momentum of Premier League is keeping the players away, because last season we could remember our ending finishing was also the same thing as this season. What is really happening? And really, we need to work on the physicality of these players. Other than that, and the resilience of these players. Other than that, every season we will be doing quite well. But when it comes to the ending, you are bottling it out. It can't take Premier League. Absolutely, it can take the league title as well, and it can take any trophy. And now let's see what is going to happen in the FA Cup finals against Liverpool. I'm not actually buzzing on that because of this performance I'm watching for Chelsea, and you could see Liverpool just every day the results they are producing. But Chelsea, on the other hand, is different planets when it comes to this kind of situation. But hey, let's see those who came on in this game as well. And Kovacic was the one who came on and replaced Jorginho. Let's see what Kovacic really did in this game as well. But Kovacic are coming in the second half. Absolutely, you don't expect that much of a changes, but he came on and he was able to make it a massive point for Chelsea. He came on at halftime for Jorginho in the hope it will give Chelsea more legs, because we see that he can actually dribble one or two players to open spaces for Chelsea to score more goals. But hey, unable to provide that through unable to provide that, he really didn't actually get in there more. And hey, one of his quarter games this season, but he has just returned from injury, guys, so we don't expect much more from him. And a game like this, physicality, you could not expect more from him. But I think he really did very well into this game and was able to provide more. But hey, it wasn't enough for Chelsea to get in and equalize the goal, not to talk of winning the game. So I'm giving Kova, my main man, 6 out of 10. And I know he can still do more for Chelsea as well. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section as well. And hey, we are going to no other person but Captain America himself. Captain America himself. And he is just wow. Against West Ham, Captain came on and he produced a phenomenal goal for Chelsea, and that was the only goal to differentiate us as well. Let me get this comment in. And now, Philmon Your Highness said, Kova is the only guy I saw taking risk with direct passes. The direct passes, he did not work. He did not work. Okay, direct passes. It didn't work. Okay, maybe it didn't work, but at least he put effort. Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. And 6 out of 10 is not actually bad for him, because assuming he play only second half of the game, and you could probably understand why I give him that, because he really did his best, but it didn't actually work for him, given the situation that he's also just coming from injury. And hey, this Captain America himself, I was expecting him as he come on, he could probably change something for Chelsea. But hey, Captain America brought him, Chelsea brought him on in a desperate need of a goal, but the American wasn't unable to influence, proceeding to match at Goodison Park as well. Hey, he didn't actually do quite well for Chelsea as well, but hey, his movement and when he came on, the pressure turned on Everton, but it wasn't enough to give Chelsea massive equalizer in this game. And I'm giving him 6 out of 10 as well. And hey, here we move to who? No other person but the big game player. The big game player, and the one, hey, everyone is talking about moving to he will be moving to Manchester United, because people thought as Eric Ten Hag moved to United, he could be moving to United because they think he's not happy at Chelsea, guys. They think he's not happy at Chelsea. But let's see how things are really gonna work out for this guy, because I think he is a big game player and he could be changing something in Chelsea, provided he's given the opportunity. Let's see how things are really gonna work out, because I think Hakim Ziyech is a world-class player, and he is a player that I think we could just be making a great, massive use with. But hey, it looks as if all of them are in the same banter, all of them are in the same situation, and if they perform today, tomorrow is another different ball game together, and it's another thing all together. And let me know what you really think, what is going on, because this side, I think, hey, it's not what we are trying to do here, and it is not things that we are really trying to do here. And I think it is absolutely amazing and great opportunity for Hakim Ziyech to come on, even though his presence in the game didn't actually change much, but he also tried few balls in that could have hurt the opponent. But in the end, Chelsea still lose the game. In the end, Chelsea still lose the game, and I think that wasn't what we expected in the game. And every Chelsea fan was actually buzzing going into this game, because we thought we could just get in and make it a massive deal for all of us. But rather unfortunate, we bottled this game down, and we bottled it down to 1-0 against Everton in the Goodison Park. And any of these guys, as we all know, as I've been saying, this is not the point for us to just get in and be pointing fingers on each other. But hey, this is what Filmon has to say. He provided best passes, and the only one who might be close to his level of passing is Reece. But when there is no natural number 9, the ball is wasted. Absolutely. The ball is wasted. Absolutely. It did really wasted. It did really wasted, and I just don't understand why Chelsea on this, wow, on this day we need that maximum protection and maximum uh things here. They could not just get it to us, and they could not just get it to us, and this is what we are really trying every possible means to get in. Guys, do you think Everton will, or Frank Lampard as a former coach and a former player, an outstanding and every fans of Chelsea respect, do you think he could take Everton to relegation, or he will bring them out of relegation? Guys, let me know your opinions and suggestions in this game, because it is absolutely amazing and we could just be buzzing in this game as well. Come on, this is a question I'm throwing out, and we are going to speak into that as well. We are just going to make it a massive point to just get in and make it. Let me know, guys. Let me know what you really think, and let me know your opinions going into this game, because today is another episode and a great performance. And hey, Thomas Tuchel yesterday did everything right, but Chelsea failed for us, and Chelsea players were just woeful performance, and the physicality really make them not to do massive work today, this game, because the only one who stand out in the game was Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and I rated him. He was my man of the match in the game, and I don't know what you actually think as well. And if you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section. But Frank Lampard, Everton still have about 5 games to play. Yes, they have outstanding game to play, and it looks like on the league table as well. Who are the teams Everton is going to play? Yes, they are going to play Leicester away on 8th. That is weekend. Leicester is the next team they are going to play in the King Power Sports Stadium, and their next they will be playing against Watford as well. And Brentford is still standing there. Crystal Palace and also Arsenal will be their last game. These are the 5 games they are really going to play, and winning against Chelsea could probably make them turn things around in this table, because if they are able to win against Chelsea, probably they could just go into Leicester City home, because Leicester City this season also have not been actually doing quite perfectly for themselves. And Philmon, Your Highness said if we provide charity to Leeds as well, then Everton are probably getting relegated. Okay, so let's see how this is gonna be, because Leeds United means that we are moving to Leeds United home to play that game. And hey, let's see how these are going to be. And if we're going to be losing like this, believe me, the third position is even in jeopardy for Chelsea. I can't even talk of the fourth position, and it is absolutely what it is, and it is absolutely what it. Azpilicueta, once again, as I said, we can't blame him much, because it's really of Azpilicueta to make mistakes in the defensive area of the pitch. But hey, sometimes we are human. Anything can happen. It was his mistake that Chelsea just didn't even get a point out in the Goodison Park, but we can't blame him much. As a captain, he didn't also want it to happen. And as what Filmon already said, the most important thing is how to get back quickly in the pitch. And Azpilicueta got back quickly and was able to give us a massive performance as well, even though we didn't get in to get that win here. But hey, it has been amazing, and it has been amazing for Azpilicueta in Chelsea since arriving, and everyone is respecting him, and his presence in dressing room is something for the club and for the players as well. And Fillmore, Your Highness said, I can't even sing Champions of Europe anymore. Neither can I. Since we bottled it against was Real Madrid. Have you seen me singing Champions of Europe or Champions of the World? No, because the title has just taken away from us as well, and we are waiting to see who could just take that title as the season is going to an end, or the season getting to an end here. And guys, that was absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing ratings. And thank you very much, Filmon. And whoever joined us, believe it or not, this was absolutely amazing. And let me know your opinions, guys. Do you think this is good, or it's not actually getting the way we wanted it to go? Because your opinions are actually welcome. And hey, I'm trying to better myself, and I'm trying to better this channel as well. And guys, let me know the faults and the don'ts and what we should, because in moving forward, we need to be moving as one. I don't need to be moving forward whilst some people are getting back, and I don't need to be back whilst you guys are moving forward as well. Let me know whatever is going on in this content, this channel. If you think it's great, probably let me know. If you think something is not actually getting better, let me know as well, because we are community, and we are community going together as well. Filmon, Your Highness said, great content. Thank you. Thank you very much, and thank you very much, Filmon. And I really do appreciate that, and I really do appreciate your honesty. And hey, it has been an amazing, amazing, amazing journey, and we haven't got a year yet. But hey, I thank every one of you for being here. And hey, the Chelsea fans, the United fans, and Fremont, and one of my when I get time, I would like to extend these ratings to the other teams. What do you think about that as well? Let me know in the comment section, and let me know what you really think about that, because it's something that I'm trying to get in, and we could probably make it a great, great, great. I want this channel to be one of the best as well, because when you come in, I will probably know this is who I start the channel with, and that is what we are trying to do, and we are trying to move forward. But hey, one man job sometimes is really hectic, and I do understand there are some things I want it to work that way. And especially recently, the internet I am using right now is not really good for me. It's not really good for me, and I try to even buy match data on my phone, but yet it's not. I think it's the area that is just giving me that massive, since running away from hey, my destination. You all know, guys. Now another one coming in from Fillmore, Your Highness, and my brother from another mother said, at least you have more followers than Tottenham. Tottenham are, as I said, Tottenham and Arsenal. You said, oh, you want Tottenham to be in the top four than Arsenal. But hey, let's see how things are really gonna work out, and let's see how things are going to be working for sure. But extending the rating to other teams, do you think it will be fair enough? because we are like extending it to most of the top clubs, like Chelsea being number one of my club, then Arsenal, maybe Manchester United, and also maybe Manchester City, because Manchester City most of the times I'm not actually getting their game or less top games, and also Liverpool as well. And maybe in La Liga we could talk about Real Madrid and Barcelona. That is the only two clubs I will pick in La Liga as well. So let's see how, and maybe Ajax, maybe sometimes, but then even Ajax, we don't know how Ajax is being left out, because I have fans also in that rate. But I think I won't put Ajax into this game. I'll just put these two La Liga great clubs, and also maybe the six clubs in Champions League, in Premier League as well. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section, because it's going to be absolutely amazing and great performance. And maybe probably we could also box them as well. What do you think, Fimon? Because we could also box them in one and try to do everything for this. But I think boxing it will not be fantastic. Giving it individual will probably be, because it's an hour, something that I always want to contain to. And we just passed the hour with just 6 minutes. So, guys, thank you very much for being here. And it was absolutely amazing. And Filmon, if you think otherwise, you can still let me know in the comment section. And hey, what is your Twitter handle as well? If you don't follow me on Twitter, I will actually follow you on Twitter. Filmon, let me know in the comment section as well. And hey, our next game will be Manchester United coming on your way this evening. We will just be getting in as well with that game. And thank you very much for your time, and see you in the next game as well. And bye. And if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and also like the video. Please like the video. Most of my dissing comes in, they don't like the video. You could probably see 4 likes in the entire video, 3 likes. It doesn't look good, guys. Like the video, and also turn on your notification bells. And hey, let's get into it, and let's get into it. And it's an amazing community. And thank you all for being here for me, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out, and see you. Salute. Bye.